Right then folks, I've got a little bit of a different one today. Still on the maintenance theme, but no, you may have seen the video where I've had the stainless exhaust fitted to my motorcycle, and it is a full Delkevic system. It's Delkevic headers, link pipe. The only thing I've recently changed is I've swapped out the smaller Delkevic silencer for this Hawk one. It's just a little bit larger and makes the bike a little bit quieter, just so I don't annoy my neighbours. I've had a little bit of an issue where, say around 4.5 to 6,000 RPM, you're just cruising along, throttle's at a sort of constant position, and the bike seems to feel a little bit gutless. I mean, there's this flat spot where the noise is just a little bit off, it doesn't feel right, and if you roll on the throttle just a little bit, you'll get this all of a sudden, it feels like it's just suddenly gained a load of power, like it'll lurch forward, and it just makes the bike feel a little bit horrible to ride. So I've done some research, found a couple of things online that it could be. I mean, a load of people saying, well, fit a power commander, and I don't really want to spend that amount of money. I'd rather keep the bike as close to stock as I can. What I've done is I found this solution, or apparent solution, where if you disconnect the O2 sensors, the bike will ignore that part of the loop that basically says how much fuel to give the bike. I'll explain it a little bit more when we go out for a ride, but for now I'll just show you what I've done, and then we'll leave the car park and we'll go for a ride and I'll explain. There are two sensors in the collector box just below the headers. Those sensors feed the ECU, and the wires for those come up here. Just behind the coolant reservoir there is a couple of connectors for those O2 sensors. So all I've done is disconnected them for now. You'll see while we're riding that the FI light, and that's basically this bike's engine management light, will be illuminated, and that's obviously because I've disconnected the sensors. If this proves to be the solution, I've read that you can just put a couple of resistors in to where the O2 sensor's connected, and that'll basically get rid of the FI light and it'll continue on working without any warning. Let's start her up, take it for a ride, and we'll see if it's actually made any difference. Like I say, around 4,500 to 6,000 RPM, there's this horrible flat spot. Or was. We'll see if it still does it. And it never used to do it with the original headers and silencer, and I'm assuming that's because it was a lot more restrictive. The bike still doesn't do it when you're riding around normal, so you're opening and closing the throttle, it's fine. It's only when you're cruising at a constant speed, say between those RPM ranges. So what we're looking at today is basically to see if disconnecting the O2 sensors actually does cure the issue. So what we're looking for is vibrations in the bike, off sounds, and just a general lack of power while sitting there at those RPMs. The main thing for me is that we want to get rid of that lurching feeling when you roll on the throttle a little bit. I can already tell, I mean the bike's 93 degrees, I can already tell that it's a lot happier. Obviously, don't know whether you can see, but the FI light is on. That's basically this bike's engine management light. Here we are, 4.5, 5. I'm just going to sit here at this speed and we'll see whether or not it's made a difference. Right about now I'd usually be feeling, I mean the bike would sound like it's almost misfiring, the engine would be very rough running, and I'd not have very much power at my disposal. And another thing would be if I roll on the throttle, it's smooth. It is actually smooth as anything. Right, so the engine basically feels smooth as anything. It feels like I would expect it to feel. No problems whatsoever. The new silencer's doing its job. The bike is nice and quiet. And I can't feel any issues. Roll between the gears, nice and smooth. Just trying to keep on the throttle as constant as possible without making too much of a change. Now, obviously I'm only going by what I've read online. I'm not an engineer for Honda or anything. But from what I've researched, basically what these bikes do with the O2 sensors is during normal riding they're not used. The bike relies off of a programmed map that basically says at this RPM inject this amount of fuel based off of the air that's coming into the engine. Now those sensors aren't really reliable when the bike's RPM is up and down all over the place anyway, so it's not really going to use it. There's these two sensors in the exhaust, in that collector box, that tells the ECU how much oxygen is in that exhaust gas. And with that exhaust gas, the ECU then says, right, well, based on this amount of oxygen in the exhaust gas, I need to inject more or less fuel. It needs to go for this equilibrium point, this point where it's getting that perfect combustion and there's no more power that they can get out of that combustion that happens within that cylinder. And when you change the exhaust, you're changing the amount of gases that go through a particular area, because you know, you've more than likely widened the pipe, make it a little more free-flowing, and the ECU no longer knows what it should be looking for because you've altered the gas flow through the exhaust. So a bit of a long explanation, but basically with an aftermarket exhaust, the ECU doesn't get the values in that sensor that it expects and then starts playing with the air-fuel mixture, which makes the bike run horrible. It only does that when you're cruising at a certain RPM or between a certain RPM range and you're more or less holding the throttle in one position, because that's the most reliable time that it can use those sensors to alter the air-fuel mixture. So yeah, like I say, I've disconnected them today, we're riding around, the bike's absolutely fine. It's not got any input from those O2 sensors, so it's complaining. We've got that engine management light on, but because it's now fallback to its predefined map that came by written in the ECU by Honda, it's running absolutely fine. Now that I know there's actually a fairly simple fix to the exhaust problems, or the rough running I should say, now the next thing I guess to do is to stop that annoying engine light. There's a fairly simple fix to that. You stick a resistor in the port where you unplug the sensors from, and I'm pretty sure with the plug facing, with the clip facing upwards on the plug, you put the resistor across the two bottom contacts, and that basically says, or it tricks the ECU into saying it's there, it's working, and so the light goes out. I really need to find a place for my microphone because I've just got it flapping around and I can feel it touching my chin, and it just makes me so paranoid because I think that the every time I move my jaw while speaking, I just keep thinking that I'm going to be creating these scratching noises and completely ruining the audio. So then I start speaking funny. This bike hasn't run this nice in a very long time. The old exhaust basically shat its internals out the side, so it never really ran very well with that. And after I got the new exhaust, obviously there was this flat spot. But now, it's so nice, so smooth. Anywho, I'm heading back home now. The bike's running fucking lush. What the hell? What are they doing around here? Yeah, I'm heading home. The bike's running amazing. We'll order these little resistor, I can't remember what they're called. They're basically a O2 sensor delete kit. I don't know, something like that on eBay. I'll order one of them. We'll do a video on this again, basically fitting that. And I'll show you exactly where the plugs are located. But no, I mean, there you go. You don't have to buy anything expensive after you've got an aftermarket exhaust and then saddened to find out that it's not running right. Unplug that O2 sensor, you'll be fine.